Apocalypse Gaming.
Dun 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 dun. Okay, not the best possible Imperial March you're ever going to hear, but it's the best you're going to hear from me. This is for my good buddy Jedi Jim, and also for Malivictus, both of who are great Star Wars fans and collectors of Star Wars memorabilia. This is my collection, which I have just gifted to my son. Okay, and now we have the Y-Wing, another great vehicle. Obviously, it's a bit of a recording over, but that's the Y-Wing noise. I'm now recording with this on the voiceover. So hope you like that, just so you get an idea what it sounded like. The Y-Wing's rear thrusters also come off, which I didn't demonstrate in the video, but I'm sure you guys are both aware of that. Other people who've seen the toys may or may not be. But it's another one that, again, I had tons of fun with. Didn't enjoy playing with this one as much as I did some of the other ships, but still thought it was thoroughly enjoyable. So Y-Wings, if you don't know, are long-range scout fighters. So most of their sensors are aimed in a directional forward rather than a 360 degrees spherical direction, so that they can pick up enemy ships, and their weapons are aimed for shooting primarily forward for the same reason. This is Luke Skywalker's battle-damaged X-Wing with moving X form. Thoroughly enjoyed this. I put the stickers on to give it the battle-damaged look. It's optional whether you want to do that or not, but this is directly after he arrives in Dagobah and the ship's in a really beat-up state, so wanted to emulate that, so put the stickers on to get that. Great wee toy. So this is an Imperial transport with 6 different sound options. Pilots go in the front, obviously, and you've got 6 stages along the sides for carrying troops. The little black bits go over the shoulders of any rebel prisoners that have been put in stasis and locked in place, and a storage compartment in the back. So thoroughly cool wee toy, a little bit temperamental on the sound effects. Most of the time it works, but not always. Thoroughly cool wee toy. Again, don't know where it was in the movie. I think it was in the Death Star, possibly. Okay, now we have an AT-ST, all-terrain scout transport. Malivictus, it's not a chicken walker! Arrgh! But something that I really like, this is a superb little toy that I had silly amounts of fun time playing with. All the weapons are movable. You can get into the top as well, but the best bit is the way it walks. Little switch at the back that you click, press it up and down, and it mechanically moves. Not battery operated. Use your thumb, press it, and it shoots up and down. And then put your switch across, and it locks back in place. So again, show you the inside of this one. We'll spin in when they get the light to focus. There we go. And you get to see all the original stickers are still in there as well. So this is the thing on Endor that Chewie rips the Imperial out of and takes over. Now we have the AT-AT all-terrain armoured transport. I'm not going to say a lot about this. Let's just let it do its own talking. You got me! Here we have the interior detailing of the AT-AT and all original stickers still in place. Okay, the way you move the head is this little bit guy here, and all you do is press the button and that makes it shoot, as you can hear. Very simple controls, but gave me hours upon hours of pleasure, and I hope it does now the same for my son.
I'm going to show you how to move an iPad leg. And also how to make it shake paw.
And that was a snow speeder firing its blasters, with the harpoon now shooting off the back. The tactics to take out the AT-ATs were designed by Luke, and it was the first time these sort of tactics had been employed, so they didn't know if it was going to work or not when they took on the AT-ATs, but luckily for the rebels it did.
This is how you put the harpoon back on for shooting AT-ATs and APSTAs.
Who recognises this profile then? Possibly the most famous ship in all sci-fi history, not Star Wars history. Oh, by the way, this is my SMA build. Does that count? Okay, we have the interior of the cockpit with Num and C-3PO. Moving radar dish. Noise depressed at the side. And now we'll move on and let you see the interior.
Let the rookie win!
Or he'll rip your arms off. And there's Num again. He's moved through the ship already. And there we have a force ball for practicing with your lightsaber.
The first transport is away!
Yeah. And now we have the interior cockpit of the rebel transport. So I don't know what I'm saying, but that'll need to do. So we've got the Hoth troopers in trying to get the rebel transport out of here, and again all the original interior stickers. The rear now of the rebel transport with the two guns for trying to shoot its way out of the danger zone. So again, fully movable, that comes out of ship if need be. And now we have the full-on interior where all your troops can stand together like cattle as they try to get away from the Imperial blockade. This bit's really difficult to open on the original model, so we unclipped it just so we could lift it and let you see it as a loose part. Okay, these are the small ships that my son has been given as well from my collection. There's more than a couple of them here, from rebel equipment from Hoth through to bounty hunter ships and stuff for the Return of the Jedi. Probably my favourite ship here would have been this one, Bossk's, from Empire Strikes Back, one of the bounty hunters that Darth Vader sends after Han. Absolutely adored this ship as a child. Unfortunately, in storage I do seem to have lost a bit. I've no idea where it is, but the claw for the other side is gone. It'll probably turn up, but at the minute I've no recollection of ever breaking it. I don't know where it went in storage. So quick run through a Bossk ship. Both arms did move. He pivoted. I used to stick him to doors in that direction, so it would have been that way. On a door. The back has a grasper for catching and holding enemy troops. And obviously the canopy opens up and Bossk himself can come out. Next we have another bounty hunter ship, but I can't remember his name. It was the bug-eyed looking one, which is in the collection. Wings pop up and down. Canopy opens. And gun moves up and down. ubiquitous speeder bike with the flaps that move up and down as you land it. The flaps move, so as you're flying it you used to be able to press the flaps and turn it left and right. Handles go up and down, and that traps your rider's legs. But the best bit about the speeder is when it's flying, it blows up. Next, we have these sort of bikes, which I don't ever remember seeing in the movie, but possibly somebody out there can point out where they are. But these are supposedly from Hoth, and they go down and they go up. The radar dishes, which will turn. Oh, that one's the wrong way around. It's been built back to front. But they go up and down, and that got me. Another ship that I'm not actually sure of the origins. Colour says to me Cloud City, but I think it's another bounty hunter's vehicle. The guns that move. You need to do a bit of research to be able to name all these ships inside out and tell you every little bit of history. Another one again from Hoth. Tanks for the rebels to take on the AT-ATs. This one was supposed to be Jedi for the attacking rebels. Never saw it in the movie, but it spins. Obviously the other way, can't do this one-handed. Put that down, can I get a shot? No, I can't. Nope, there you go. Spinning round. Seems to be a gun missing from that as well, which I thought was there. Don't know what's happened to it. Another radar dish type thing, or laser cannon. Another one of the bikes. Power unit, I believe this was for. Again, based on Hoth. All the bits of equipment are inside it. And then, I think this is my wife's favourite one of them all. Oh god, this is so hard one-handed. I've no idea whether that was on film or not. If it isn't, we'll shoot it again and actually show you it fire. Okay, we also have an Ewok glider here, another little toy that I had hours of fun with. Didn't put that out because flying one only really the toy. So I'm sure the real Hellboy's about to demonstrate how the rock falls on top. Cool. How they ever took out AT-ATs and AT-STs with these, I've no idea, but hey, cool. So if you read the fluff, they were quite mini Ewoks, they're not as cute and cuddly as you see them in Jedi. One I forgot to show when showing the other small ships is this small Cloud City cloud car. We die-cast model. One of the legs unfortunately is broke, one works, that one won't stay in the down position, so if you put the weight on it, it collapses. You can jam it back in position but it won't support its weight. But otherwise, pretty cool.
This is Jabba the Hutt smoking his pipe. And here's his little friend. And there's Princess Leia in her meta bikini. And if you pay attention, and if you look, there's a trapdoor for Jabba's prisoners, where the Rancor would be.
Okay, Jim, Malivictus, this is the majority of the figures. You've already got snapshots of some of the figures in the vehicles. I've left those guys in the appropriate vehicles that you already saw them on. But this is the rest of the figures from my collection, and you'll get to see some other figures from a box set that my mother picked up for the real Hellboy. So we'll do some zooming in now, and then I'll give you some stills. I do have all the weapons, although the majority of these guys don't have their weapons on them, because I basically can't remember who gets what. I do have a source book which will help me figure out who gets what, but until that point I'm not going to spend 2 hours just now trying to figure out it all, because quite frankly I don't have the time at this minute. But I did want to show you guys these because Jim particular and Malivictus, if you've watched this, I thought it'd be of interest to you. I know you're both massive in Star Wars, as am I, and now my heritage is getting passed on to my son, because these now all belong to him. That's my source material, 2005 Collector's Guide, but these are all from my original collection back in the 80s, early 90s and 70s. And we'll get some still shots of these fellas as well, but the video footage at least gives you an idea of who's here, who's not. Next up we'll show you the collection that I've got. It's a smaller collection, but it's in a cool carrying case. So, hope you like them, guys. I certainly do. Didn't have hours, didn't have weeks. I had more like months and years of fun with these fellas. And they've mostly survived the test of time. I do have a damaged Luke in Hoth gear. Let's see if I can pick him out. There he is. I had a slight issue when I was younger, when I broke his leg and I wasn't too good at the modelling, so I tried to glue his leg together by melting the leg on the cooker and hoping the plastic would melt and then jamming the two parts together. It stayed, but it's a mess. But it was fun. So, stills of these guys next, and then I'll pack these away. We're going to play with them, a battle game with them tomorrow. Malivictus, thank you very much. Good idea. We're going to add dice to it so we can actually have a little bit of a system. But I'm going to pack these away and get the other guys out and let you see them after I get some stills. Malivictus, sorry, I keep calling you Malivictus there, not Malivictus. Excuse the pronunciation, just being a blonde tube. Sorry. Okay, this is an eBay purchase that my mum picked up for my son. It's the old Darth Vader collector's case. There was a C3PO version of that as well. I didn't ever see any as a child, but this is at least pretty cool with the Darth Vader one. So we'll pop this open now. Unfortunately, the stuff in it is still needing a clean up. So we're going to give these figures a really good clean as well. But it gives us an idea of what she managed to pick up in her eBay findings. It had a position for each of the guys. And all of these guys that you see here are ones that she picked up. I don't think any of my collections landed in here. I think these are all the ones that she managed to pick up. Wait a minute, if there's not one of these on the other side, then that's mine. No, there is one of these on the other side. So, nice wee find, particularly with the case. Some originals, some newer figures. There's a fair amount of originals in there actually looking at it, so pretty cool. I'm sure he'll like it. Crixmadine! So there we go anyway. So that's all of that, and we've got one other thing in the collection to show you. Okay, now we have the Ewok Village with catching net. Threads broke here. This is a lift that you could wind up and down. I'll put new thread on that, but I thought I'd show you as the state it's in at the minute. You have your toasting bit for roasting your rebel scum. C3POs, throne for levitation. Wrecking stone for wrecking AT-ATs. And catcher's net for catching unsuspecting rebel troopers. So, hope you like all this Star Wars stuff, guys. Hopefully there's something here you've seen that you don't have in your own collection, but it's brought back some memories from when you did have it or used to play with it, or desperately wanted it. There's certainly a specific vehicle that I desperately wanted and thought I was getting for Christmas and was totally disappointed when it was hidden in my loft and it turned out to be a friend's, but that's what Santa sometimes does. He hides things so it's easier for him on Christmas Day, and the thing that I found was a present for my friend. But otherwise, I am totally ecstatic with my collection and I hope my son has years of fun with it too, because they're his now. And that's it, documented live, I can't take them back.